Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. So, what I wanted to share with you is, and I think I shared this on another video as well. One book that I have started reading is called Reveal, a sacred manual for getting spiritually naked. And it's so far it's a really good book. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't gone very far, but it feels good to me. Also today, when I did my personal reading, the card that came up was this in the Sacred Rebels deck, and it's called "In the World, Not of the World," which is it's interesting because this mirrors the reading I did for the Inspired Touch Healing Arts group when I do the actual card, the real card readings. And this is just something that like sometimes I'll just pull a card for myself just to find out in what appears as something I may need to remember or think upon or move toward or take action toward or just even consider or ponder or be meditative about. And so this is similar to this book that I'm reading. And in the little book that goes with these cards, it kind of mirrors what the reading was this morning. But I'm going to read a little bit and then I'll share my thoughts with that. And again, I'm probably going to stutter because my mind goes a lot faster than my mouth. I can read with lightning speed, but my mouth doesn't always keep up. So if I stutter, it's not because I don't know how to read. It's because my mind goes really fast and I have to slow it down so my mouth can keep up. So in the world, not of the world, it is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. Please don't, unless, well, no, not in public. In your own backyard is okay. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Now, again, the obstruction, we don't want to live with a lot of obstruction. And this also has to do with the reading that I did also about going with the flow. Sometimes the flow is a trickle, sometimes it's a flood. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? And we can feel like that regardless of what we're doing. That's my little input. Perhaps there would be a softening in your way of life with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. And I will tell you now, I have practiced with bending time, and it works. And I know some people are going to be thinking it's like, oh, that's a bunch of woo woo. Well, I believe in woo woo, and the experiment I did was last year on the way to work, and I was running a few minutes late, and so my experiment was I'm not going to look at the clock as I'm going to work. I'm not going to speed. I'm not going to look at the clock, but I just had an intention that I was going to be at work instead of 3 minutes late. I was going to be 3 minutes early, and I was not going to speed because I knew that there were the sheriff's deputies would be out patrolling. They were out at the same time every day on that particular road, and I did not want a chance getting a ticket because I knew I'd really be late if I had a ticket. So my intention was, and I told my guides, uh, let's bend time and make it so that I am 3 minutes early without me speeding. And as hard as it was on that drive to work, I did not look at the clock. I mean, I was tempted because I knew I'd be upset and I'd be, stressing and maybe putting pressure on the gas pedal a little bit more, but nope, I didn't look at the clock. I put it on cruise control when I could and just left it there. And when I did pull into work, I was 3 minutes early. Now I know the exact time it takes to get to work every single day on that particular route. The exact time. And even there are times when I've actually did dare speed a little bit other times, and I was still, right around that range of that around that exact time that it took me to get to work. But this time I was 3 minutes early, and I didn't change anything. I didn't speed, but I bent time. And I did that one other time as well. And it's kind of fun to play with. Anyway, um, it is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses, at other times it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. And again, I'll interject here, the perfect part, you don't have to hide behind being perfect. For me, being a perfectionist and experiencing perfection paralysis, if I couldn't do it perfectly, even if it was the first time, I wasn't going to do it. You couldn't make me do it. You couldn't make me do anything if I couldn't do it perfectly. And I was just like, I'm basically like frozen. If I can't do it perfectly, I'm going to be made fun of. I'm going to be laughed at. I'm going to be, ostracized. I mean, judged. All this silliness. But the person that was doing the judging was myself, not anyone else. And I mean, it's like, the interesting thing is we think people care more than they really do about what we're doing or what we're saying or how we're being. The person that's going to judge us the harshest is ourselves, and we really don't want to be judgmental like that. And I could keep on going, but I'm not going to make this video too terribly long because it takes a long time to process these and get them uploaded. But the one other point here, I did want to say, let's see here. It is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender. And for me, that's been a really big and key part of my life lately, especially the last 6 months. In fact, even the last just a few months, is just surrendering. And that's a difficult thing for me to do because I like to be in control. Being in control is it's a form of self-protection. But there are times that we don't have to be in control. We can just fall back, let the universe catch us, let our guides do the work that we've asked them to do, and know that everything is going to be okay. And there are times when we might have to get, a little vulnerable and spiritually naked and do things that frighten us and do things that even though they might not be perfect, and that's perfectly fine. We still get to have that choice of remaining in that flow and being able to let life do its thing with our assistance, of course. But there are other times when it doesn't need our assistance, when we can just relax, just fall back and relax, and everything is going to happen the way it needs to happen. Now, we may need to still take some steps. We may still need to do something, but not necessarily. I mean, everybody's journey is different. Some people, their journey is to just sit back and relax, let things flow, in a natural state, which we all want to do that anyway. Other times we are led to do something. It could be a small step. It could be a big step. It could be several steps. It could be whatever it might be. It's limitless. We don't know. Everybody's doing their own thing. But I think that as long as we remember that it's okay to not feel like we have to be perfect. It's okay to relax and fall into surrender and let the universe help us out because that's what it wants us to do, and to be a little naked, strip off some of the fear and the impatience and the frustration, and be okay with what is. And that's what we get to do. That's the fun part of this entire game called life, is let it flow, be okay with what is, love it no matter what. And sometimes, if we just turn around and we accept it and we love it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, if it's, if it's something we don't want, just, it'll fall away, just let it go. And if it's something that's meant to be ours, it's going to be ours, no, regardless of what we do, how we are, what we say, how we be. But again, like in the other video that I did earlier, it's my belief that sometimes that um, while things are meant to be and they will come in their own good time, I feel that we can kind of hasten that process up a little bit by cleaning out our insides and healing and removing things and thoughts and beliefs and ideas that no longer serve us, that perhaps might be a little bit toxic or holding us back, fear especially. So we get to choose to let that go. So I know that was a lot of information. This went a little longer than what I intended, but there were things flowing through that wanted to come out. So I may have gone off track a little bit, but I hope that you enjoyed this information. Take what feels comfortable for you. What doesn't feel comfortable for you, or what doesn't align with you, let it go. You don't have to. You don't have to own it. You don't have to keep it. This is just for everybody. And again, now if you do find that you maybe want some assistance, and this is another shameless blurb, would like to find a way to call back your personal power, I do have a course that will help with that. And I've got several different options. You can go to beccainspires.com, go to the Call Home Your Personal Power page, and that will give you the information. And if you would like readings or dowsing sessions, you can message me and we can set an appointment for that as well. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If it's nice where you are, enjoy it. If it's raining, enjoy that too. Have fun with it. And I will see you tomorrow.